YouTube is restructuring. There's big changes. And as a creator, I think you should know about it. And so I want to help explain it from the perspective of a creator, what you should know. So first of all, the context. This is from Todd Spangler at Variety. He says, YouTube is creating a third separate product organization called Creator and Community Products. Now, I want to come back to that. I'm going to put a pin in that. Remember that those words, Creator and Community Products. I'm going to jump over to Alex Heath at Sources, which unfortunately is a paid source, so you'll have to pay to get in there. But this is how he summarizes it. Going forward, YouTube will have 3 product teams reporting directly to Neal Mohan, their CEO, rather than all product teams reporting to former Chief Product Officer Johanna Vulich. The new product groups are, quote, viewer products, led by Vulich, and, quote, subscription products, led by Christian Olitson. Ostlin? I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry, YouTube. And then finally, YouTube will begin searching for a leader for the third, again, Creator and Community Products group, according to Mohan's memo. So here are the 3 products, right? The 3 product groups. Viewer products, which is like the actual YouTube like homepage, the viewer, the recommendation algorithm, everything that you think of as like YouTube, the app, right? The second one is subscription products, which is like YouTube TV, YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, all of those things. And the third one, creator and community products, which nobody is leading yet. And so the question is, what is
nobody is leading it at YouTube?
They're looking for a leader. And this is actually, by the way, this is a combination of different groups in YouTube that were separate creator kind of and community organizations within YouTube. There was a kind of a community one and there was a creator one. Now they've unified those under a new leader, which they're searching for right now. And I'm going back to Todd Spangler at The Variety. He says, this group will focus on supporting creators of all sizes, driving creation through generative AI tools, YouTube Shorts and YouTube Live, and building community across the platform. Currently, YouTube has separate leads for creator products and emerging experiences and community products. Those teams will be merged into one organization, and YouTube is in the process of hiring a new lead for the combined team who will report to Mohan. Here's why I bring this up. Famously, YouTube has kind of a weird history of direct relationship with creators. I don't know. Would you say that's kind of fair to say? It's not bad. I think that they've really tried their hardest and they have some really fantastic programs there.
Definitely gone through some evolution. So let's just say that. They're the best of all the platforms by far.
100%. And they know it, right? They kind of understand what it takes to be a creator, I think, ultimately. Now, they don't know 100% because they're the platform, but they are the closest to like truly understanding how the space is. The thing that's interesting about this to me is that this tells me that they want to directly support creators a little bit more because they want someone who's focused on creator and communities that creators create reporting directly to the CEO of the company. Whereas in the past, that was like insulated from him in the past.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts right away.
Susan Wojcicki, right? Rest in peace. Like responsible as a leader to build YouTube to where it's at. Yes. I don't even know when she started, but I know that when she was there, she like did amazing things from the results of YouTube generally.
Yeah.
How many times was she interacting with you like content creators? Almost none. My wife actually did get to interact with her one time at one creator summit. I don't think the CEO has to, but I would have thought, especially for a platform that's so good about interacting with creators, that the CEO, in this case, Susan, would interact more, but she did not, okay? She's busy running YouTube, so I totally understood. I didn't think that much of it. But I am seeing a huge difference with Neal Mohan. He is doing a lot with creators. He shows up at a lot of creator stuff. He does a lot of creator interviews. He goes on a creator's podcast doing that. So Susan just never touched that. I don't know if it was a personal thing. Maybe she's not as comfortable on camera. But whether he is, it's funny. I haven't actually watched a lot of his content, but I know I've seen him on other people's thumbnails, and I know he's in the interviews. So that's a huge difference. And that, of course, comes to the top. So it doesn't surprise me that he's like, one, he values creators to the point where he wants to interact and be on their content. And now he's like telling a team or the whole team, we're going to do more for creators. Because what has happened, this is both internal information that I know, as well as just like what I'm observing from the outside in. They're not doing as much for creators as they once were. And the programs, the events, just kind of like even the departments aren't as funded and they're not as built out. So this is like it kind of makes sense that they're kind of doing this because they were for a while they were losing a little bit of that relationship. I know because I was obsessed with that relationship. If I had like a phone number and email, like one person that worked at YouTube back in 2010, like I cherished that thing. I built a relationship, and over time they created what's called partner managers. These are people at YouTube that actually have a direct relationship, right? Like they actually like help that YouTuber, and that department got built out. And there's different layers. Some people like managing 100. Some people are managing only like 4 to 8 or whatever. And that forever was like a big deal until literally just the last few years. Like it was like a completely different ball game. And you know, like even my evolution has changed too with YouTube. But still, the point is, they were always great at putting on creator events, doing special creator campaigns. We were on what's called the parent panel, helping to work on the YouTube Kids app, and they had like a ton of those. Less and less of that stuff the last few years. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with YouTube and their relationship with content creators.
Yeah, and I think that's why I bring it up is that to me it's a good sign. It's just something to flag and follow. I want to put our stake in the ground now. To me, having that unifies that there's less disparate approaches to creators across the company, and B, directly reporting to the CEO shows you that Neal Mohan's priority is to do those three things. Have subscriptions be like one product, have the actual platform and usage of the platform itself be another product, and that the third thing, he has to really cater to creators who are about to go through a lot of changes, as we've talked about this entire show, and is kind of a giant theme of this channel, right? Over the past several years and into the foreseeable future, basically.
Could be gimmicky though.
Could be
gimmicky because I've gone through so many gimmicks over the years with creator monetization.
But let me tell you why I don't think it is, because this is a part of a major restructuring of YouTube. And the reason I said this is related to AI is because he was saying AI is a big piece of this, right? That it's changing how they're running their company. It's changing what he sees as the future of the creative on the platform, as we've talked about this entire show. And at the very end of it, he wrote a letter to all of the YouTubers, is what they call themselves, if you work at YouTube, which is confusing, but yeah YouTubers. And he says that he's starting a voluntary exit program, basically to lay off a percentage of the company if people want to leave. So, and that's not because they're doing bad, it's because they're changing direction. He's serious about totally restructuring how the company works because he's changing it all.
There's probably a lot of fat at the company that they're trying to shred off for sure. Because, this is not unique to YouTube or Google. A lot of companies are actually doing this, restructuring and kind of like outfitting the company for the new era,
Yeah, he says some of you may be ready for a new challenge, which suggests that the cuts are aimed at reducing bloat rather than pressure.
It's better than a random email that comes at 5 a.m. saying you're done.
Yeah, so to me, that's all a big deal.